Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Esther Darlington. Today I am sharing a fun and interesting vlog about how I spent my day as a YouTuber here in Abia State, Nigeria. I promise by the end of this video you'll be smiling. Yeah. So I started my day with a bit of wardrobe fun. You know how it is now, finding a perfect outfit that can sometimes feel like a treasure hunt. After the mini fashion show in my room, I finally settled on a comfortable yet stylish outfit perfect for the trip to the market. So here I decided to, smile for the camera. So we go. So nevertheless, I have to spray to smell nice. I know that this is my favorite among all. My favorite fragrance, La Bon Show. That is my favorite. I love it so much. So the next is this. This lady. And we do so much love perfume so much. Okay, I think we are done here. So let's go. Before I forget, I'm going to the market with my daughter. So here is my baby waving. Next stop was the local market. Now, if you have been to a Nigerian market, you know it's always an adventure, right? The hustle, the bustle, the colorful display of fresh produce. It's a feast for senses. But there is one thing that is being on everyone's minds lately. That is the price of foodstuffs. Seriously, it seems like everything is getting more expensive by the day. Imagine me buying these fresh tomatoes for 4,500 naira. Ha. But hey, we got to eat, right? So, we got to eat. Imagine me buying this onion for 1,000 naira. That one I was pointing at. The pepper, 500 naira. So I got to buy like two, making it 1,000 naira. Why this stuffed fish I bought it for 500 naira? Because we got to eat the fish. One I bought it for 1,500, so I bought three. That is 4,500 naira. And the ugu leaf I bought it for 200 naira. And the things are kind of too expensive. Look at the meat you are seeing on the screen. The intestine, the towel, we'll call it towel meat, and the roundabout. If you're in Nigeria, you know what I'm talking about. 3,000 naira. Why the goat meat? You can imagine how small this goat meat is. I bought this goat meat for 6,000 naira. So things are just too expensive. And the meat is not that much. I bought it because I want to use it to prepare two dishes. So although I bought the fish for the stew, while the goat meat is for the soup that I want to make. So everything here in Nigeria is so expensive. God, please help us, because that is the reason if I see people crying, I understand their feelings, because things are kind of too expensive. People are crying of hunger. People are crying of hunger. People are dying of hunger. Everything now is too expensive in Nigeria. Living expensive, like although some people say that some people are faking it. Even to live fake life now in Nigeria is very, very expensive. To live a simple life is expensive. They both are expensive. Imagine buying this meat for that huge amount of money. So this is me here because my blender got spoiled, so I decided to blend and to grind the tomatoes in the market. So I have no choice than to blend it in the market because my blender was really bad. So we are heading home. Done. Time to cook. Once to get home, it was time to get down to business. First things first, I fired up my gas burner. There is something so satisfying about that click and whoosh of the flame. Today, I'm making 2 dishes, a delicious stew and my favorite okra soup. So I have to place my pot of blended tomatoes on the gas burner. So I got to switch here because I want to use this other place for the meat, for the goat meat. Okay, so here is my goat meat. So here is my goat meat. So I had to add other things to make the goat meat tasty, which is my onion. I added my onion here. So I started adding other of my ingredients, which is Maggi with my spices, Onga Classic, and this there's one other spices which I did not add here. I can't remember the name, but I'll check next time. I'll have to display it on the screen. Then I added the salt, and here is my pepper. I blended it in the market. This is my fresh pepper. I blended it in the market because my blender is spoiled. So after adding the pepper, so I have to stir it very well for the ingredients to penetrate very well into the goat meat. So after that, I have to add water to it, more water to it. I've covered the pot, so I quickly remember that I have not added the tower meat and the roundabout which we bought for 3,000 naira. I just quickly pour it inside the pot, inside the goat meat. That I'll not be looking confused after cooking. So I added it into the pot of goat meat together. I stir it again, then cover. So you guys remember that I put the blended fresh tomatoes on the gas burner. So I got to check on it. Look at the tomatoes which we bought for 4,500 naira, looking so small. I can't believe this. Look at it now, looking so small, so small. So this when I checked and the tomatoes was properly dried. So I decided to add the groundnut oil into the pot of the tomato, the fresh tomato. I even forgot that I was vlogging at this stage now. So this is a pot of stew. So I got to stir the stew, stir it very well because I just added groundnut oil and so this is when I added my Maggi and curry spicy. So at this moment, the aroma filled the kitchen, making my stomach rumble in anticipation while the stew was bubbling away. Oh, I kept staring at it because I kept stirring this stew because I don't want it to get have this sour taste. I wanted it to be perfect. So I added the fish here. Remember that I bought fish. I bought 3 fish, one for 1.5. So I bought 3, which is 4,500 naira fish. Look how small it is. So we got to eat now, right? So I decided to check on the goat meat. The goat meat was not still ready, so I kept stirring my stew. at this moment. So don't forget that our fish water, because I parboiled the fish a bit. I just boiled it for just 2 minutes, maximum 3 minutes. So I just needed the water, so I added the water here, this fish water, which I later fried the fish. I didn't fry it, that make it too dry. So here I added the water from the fish because I wanted to have in another taste. I'm tired of chicken every time, so I decided to go with fish this time. Yeah, I decided to go with fish this time. So the fish, this is made when I was still testing. You know, see, because I wanted to capture the pot. So I decided to check again. At this time, I got to add the fish. Our fish of 4,500. Look at how small it is. God of mercy, have mercy. Have mercy on we, the Nigerians, because the kind of way things are too expensive. It's making me just sometimes I just feel like I don't know to run away from this country. But what are we going to do now? We cannot come and kill ourselves. We got to eat. Yeah, we got to eat. So at this junction, the stew is ready. So we are done with the stew. So we now move to the next, which is our soup. So this time I got to switch. So I got to, now when I switch the pot, I got to remove the goat meat and the intestine here, because I don't want the situation whereby I want to stir the pot. The meat will not let me stir the pot properly, and which will make the ogbono to start having lumps. I don't like it in my soup. Okay, so that is the reason why I decided to bring out the meat from the pot. Okay, so this time I got to taste first. I think I added my fish, stock fish, and roasted fish. Roasted fish, we bought it for 1,000 naira. 1,000 naira, this one. And the stock fish, we bought it for 500 naira. So I got to cover, let it boil properly, then we'll come back for it. So here I have to add my red oil to the pot. I have to add red oil here now. After adding your red oil to the goat meat water, allow it to boil properly. Allow it to boil very, very well. This is me checking the pot, knowing to know if to add the crayfish, which I just did now. This is the crayfish that we bought for 500 naira. So here, I love crayfish more. I love putting enough crayfish than adding plenty maggi to my food. Okay, so I got to add enough crayfish to the soup because that is my secret recipe. Adding enough crayfish to my okra soup. So as I cook, I want to share some my favorite tips and tricks. For instance, as you can see me, I added enough crayfish to my okra soup because it can really elevate the flavor. Yeah, it make it more tasty. than adding plenty maggi to your soup. And this is when I added the okra after the crayfish. If you watch the video very well, I didn't add the maggi, too much maggi to it. I only added it when I was boiling the goat meat. So that is why I bought enough crayfish for the soup, because I love it when it tastes so well. So instead of putting 20 maggi, 5 maggi, some people use like 8 maggi to cook soup. So instead of that, you just buy enough crayfish. Then you just add 2 cubes of maggi to your meat, salt. Then when you are cooking, you don't need to add maggi to it. The crayfish will do the needful. So this is when I added my ugu to the soup. Okay, so cooking for me is fun. I love cooking. That's the honest truth. Anybody that knows me knows that I love cooking. I love to cook. Okay, so please, if you find this helpful, please drop a comment in the comment section. Tell me if they have another pattern, another way of making okra soup, which is ogbono soup. I don't know if I showed you guys. I think I showed you guys when I added my ogbono to it. So it's very simple. When you get your stock water, just watch the video carefully. You wanna get, this is uziza leaf. If you're Nigerian or Igbo, you should know what is uziza leaf. So uziza leaf is add another extra flavor to the soup. I love using that uziza to cook. Even if I'm cooking, whatever I'm cooking, healthy soup, I love uziza. It gives me a very nice aroma. Yes, it gives me a nice aroma, and I love uziza leaf for soup, honestly. So here I got to pour back those our goat meat that we bought, the goat meat and the toy meat. So I got to add it, pour it back into the pot and stir it very well. So you see the reason why I removed those meats, because stirring the pot to be quite difficult, especially when we add ogbono to it. So that is my own way of cooking. I don't know your own style. Everybody has their own way of cooking, sha. So now the soup is ready. My soup is ready. Come and join me. Okay? Come and join me. Look at my food. Look at the soup. The soup is looking so yummy. It's not just looking yummy, the soup is yummy. So it's time for me to make my swallow. Okay, so we are going for samvita. It's just like another way of, should I say it's gari? Samvita is gari, but I prefer samvita to gari because it's very easy to swallow. You understand? Very smooth. So after boiling water, you pour it into the bowl. Then you get your samvita. This is the water. I think I need to add more. So you get your samvita. Samvita. You pour it and stir it. You stir. You see the way I'm doing it? It's very easy. Then you turn it properly. Make sure you turn your samvita properly. You keep turning, stir it very well. If you need to add more water, you can still go ahead and add more water to it to just give it that soft texture. I like it when it is soft, not hard. I don't like something that will be difficult for me to swallow, because this life I can't keep myself. I can't kill myself. Oh, right? I cannot come and kill myself by myself. So, voila, it's ready. Finally, oh, after all the hard work, it was time to eat the fruits of my labor. So I can't wait to go sit down to the meal I cooked myself. Always feeling incredibly rewarding. The stew was rich and flavorful, and the okra was just the right amount of slimy. Yes, that's good thing, you know. It's already late in the night, so I decided to have my shower. I brought out my things, what I'm supposed to wear, what I'm supposed to apply on my body. So I brought everything out on the camera. Some of the items I didn't use them because I was so tired. This is me. I put my face. This is my nice routine. I just finished having my bath here. So I applied my face serum. After applying, did I apply the face serum here or did I think that, yeah, I applied my face serum here. Then I don't even remember if I applied the cream. Oh God. So that was how today went on. So applying my perfume to smell nice. Even in the dreamland, you got to smell nice now. And this one is them all. I love the smell. Oh my goodness. This is my favorite fragrance when it comes to perfume. I love it so much. La Bonne Show. I love it. It's the best. If you want to smell good, you want your boyfriend not to leave you, use that one. Your boyfriend will not leave you, your husband will not leave you. Just use that perfume. The one I just showed you, La Bonne Show. That's the best. I love it so much. So my cream, I think I've applied my body cream more. I'm about to apply my cream here. So that is it. So that is how I spent my day, from picking out my outfit, navigating the markets, to cooking up a storm in the kitchen. It was a day filled with little adventures and delicious moments. Hope this vlog put a smile on your face and maybe even inspire you to try out some new things. Oh, thank you for spending the day with me, and don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe for more fun and exciting vlog. Until next time, stay happy and keep smiling. Okay, thank you and bye bye. You can still watch the end of this video. Love you guys so much. Bye.